Aloha everyone, my name is Alessandro and this is the Temple of Surf, the podcast. We'll give you full access to the best surfers, skaters, shapers, surfboard collectors, shop owners in the world. Discover with me their stories, the greater successes, amazing behind the scenes, and much more. Hello everyone and welcome to the 8th episode of the Temple of Surf, the podcast. Today is a very special day for us because we are inaugurating a special series dedicated to surfboard collectors from all over the world. First guest of the series from France is Fred Vintage Surf. Let's discover more about his collection and much more. Hi Fred and welcome to the show. Where are you today?
Right now I'm in my home. It's in Bida. It's close to Biarritz. I'm sure you know Biarritz.
Yes, fantastic, amazing city actually. All around Biarritz and La Côte Basque. It's a fantastic area. How things are going over there in the time of coronavirus? They opened the beach, right? Finally.
You know, the beach are open until a few days ago, but they have been closed for almost a month and a half. But some people did manage to get wet.
Okay, so that's cool. Little by little is restarting, everything is reopening, and that's what matters, right?
Yeah, exactly. But it's different. There's something different in the air.
Yeah, of course. The atmosphere is not like before. But let's hope something will change, right? They will find a cure or a vaccine soon. Today we're going to talk about surfboards, and of course your surfboard collection. The first question that I have for you is, in your opinion, what is the most important thing in surfing?
To have fun. This is number one, to have fun.
Exactly. It's like, I agree with you. It's like the Duke was saying, the best surfer out there is the one that's having the most fun, right?
I always telling this story. The best surfer is the one who's got the most beautiful smile on his face when he's coming out of the water.
Yeah, I agree with you completely.
The one thing that is important is I still have as much fun as I had when I began 45 years ago. You know, this is what is incredible.
Yeah. Actually, today I was talking in an interview about the sensation of the first wave and the memory of that wave that is still in each one of us, right?
Yeah, the first one, the first memories that you've got.
Yeah, in the first wave that we catch, okay. Right?
I don't have especially first wave reminder, but there's a feeling that will always be there. Is before even I started surfing. I started in 1975 on a real surfboard. But before, we used to take some waves with what we call a plonky. It was a piece of wood was, I don't know how to say it, when it comes up like the nose was coming up. You know, I don't know how you call it. It was a way to feel that you could glide on a wave. And this feeling is one of the feelings I remember most. And it was very long time ago. The feeling of gliding on a wave with this wooden piece, like a surfboard, like a kneeboard, maybe.
Amazing. What was the first surfboard that you ever bought?
Well, in 1975, when you were living in Biarritz, there were not a lot of surfboards available. There was one famous surf shop. It was called Joe Morais, which is the name of the owner. He's dead now. And it was the only surf shop that you had in the area. And I remember my first board. I bought my first board in his surf shop. It was a used one. I remember I paid it like 200 francs, which is really, really low price. And this was my first surfboard. It was a US guy that left the board in the surf shop, and I bought it.
Do you still have that board?
No, I don't.
I think that would have been the piece number one of your collection, right? Maybe one day you can find it back. You never know.
But I have a wave tool, a twin fin wave tool from the eco period that used to be mine 25 years ago. I sold it to one of my cousins. Then I lost sight. I couldn't find it anymore. And one day I found it in a shop using used surfboard, and I've been able to buy it again. And it's more than 25, maybe 35 years old. It was my boat 35 years old, and I still have it now.
I guess that day you were with a smile on your face all day, right?
Exactly.
Cool. When do you start realizing that you became a surfboard collector?
Almost 20 years ago, I was a lot in the longboard, old school longboard revival, and I wanted to surf single fin, shortboard but single fin. And when you wanted to surf single fin, you had to get some interest into the history and into the old board. And I started buying some that I surfed.
Okay. Tell us more about your collection. How many surfboards do you have? And what is the most representative board of the collection?
Well, what I have maybe between 15 and 18 boards. The thing that I like is that I wanted to have boards from different shapers I like. So I have boards from Skip Fry, from Donald Takayama, from Renoir Belira, from Mark Hitchell, from Ben Iper. But I wanted to have from Dick Brewer too. And I wanted to have a little bit of each most brilliant work of those shapers. So this is mainly what I will do is mainly what I have now.
And what is the most representative one, in your opinion?
It's hard to say, but there's a special one to me. It's Gordon Smith Skip Fry. It's a 9-4 pintail. And maybe you saw it on the Instagram.
Yeah.
And there is something very special that is written on the stringer. And to make it short, it ends by saying that this board has been made in the memory of the first waterman, that's what is written on the stringer, of the first waterman of the modern age, George Freese, and it's from 4 November 1984. It was for the 101 birthday of the birth of George Freese.
Wow.
And this board has never been surfed.
Wow.
So she's new old stock, like we say, from 1986. And I love the shape because it's a pintail, and I love the history behind. So this one is quite special to me. But I also rediscover one board that I had in my garage. It's a very simple Dick Brewer, must be 7.4, 7.6, with a little pintail and a little, how do you call it, wings on the side, or swallows. Okay. I don't know how you call it when it's a little bit narrower suddenly. I don't know what you call it. Well, it's a very simple shape, typically Hawaiian. The board is just red with a glass on fin, and it's wonderful. It's just wonderful. This is the old logo, Dick Brewer surfboard, but the old logo. Number of the board is 109, and the board is just brilliant. Just to have a look at it.
I will for sure. In your opinion, what is the most important thing in collecting surfboards?
The same that surfing is to have fun, you know. It's not a concourse, it's just to have fun. And the search is, of course, maybe the most exciting part. I bought boards from Hawaii, from the US. So I went in Hawaii to get a board, and I went to California to get another board. Sometimes I buy on eBay, and I have the board brought back to the container. So the story behind each board has good memories.
Yeah, it's all about the story, right? It's part of life.
Each of them tells a story.
Exactly. And, you know, across all the years, every surfboard maybe remembers you a particular moment of your life. So it's not accumulating surfboards, it's just buying with a meaning, right?
Yeah, each board, when I have a look at my board, each board I am looking at reminds me the precise time when I bought it, or what people were with me when I bought the board. Where did I buy it? How did I manage to get the board to France? It's always a very nice story for each different surfboard. And I have the same thing with skateboards too.
How many skateboards do you have in your collection?
It's not a matter of how much. I may have maybe 15, 16 decks, but very rare, in very good shape. And that's what I was skating when I was younger, because I was a lot into skateboard.
I saw you have some like mint condition Z Flex skate. Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing. I really like.
Dance, skating, yeah. This is a time when I started skating. I was going in the US when I was 13 years old, because my uncle was living in Daytona Beach. So each summer I was going into Florida, and these were boards that you could ride at that time.
Looking back at all these years of surfing and collecting surfboards, have you ever imagined to become a surfboard collector?
There was one thing important when you want to become a surfboard collector. It's quite horrible to say, but you have to have some money.
Yes.
And I used to have some, so I used to buy. And now I don't have money anymore because I lost my job a few months ago, and the future is not very bright. So I think I'm going to stop collecting surfboards for the time being. And I'm so happy with what I have. And I don't have enough space in my apartment to put them. So I have to stop now.
Yeah, exactly. It's like I'm very sorry about you losing the job, and but as we said at the beginning, it's about quality, and your collection is really qualitative. So I think you can be very proud of it. Let's talk about you as a surfer. What is your favorite board to use today?
Today I use mainly when I ride longboard. I used to have Tyler longboard. I don't know if you know him. It's a really old school shaper from El Segundo in California. So this is a 9.6 longboard, very heavy, lift, a single thing, a log. And when I want to get a little bit shorter, I use a 7.4 because I cannot surf anymore short boards because I have some special back problems. So I cannot push hard, so I cannot surf really short board now. So when I go shorter, it's a 7.4 K model from Skid Fry, single fin. I only want to ride single fin.
Amazing.
Or twin.
We're gonna finish our interview of today with a short Q&A session. So please answer the first thing that comes up to your mind. Okay.
Okay.
The best surfboard that you ever ridden?
9.4 Copperfish longboard.
The best shaper of all time?
Skid Fry.
The most promising shaper, like a young talent that you see today?
I love Ryan Birch. He shapes board, huh?
I didn't know. I'll check.
Yeah, Ryan Birch from California.
Your favorite surf spot?
This is a hard question, but even though the spot is too crowded, it is Côte des Basques.
Yeah, Côte des Basques is amazing. Yeah.
But it's not the best surf spot of where I live. Huh? But Côte des Basques, I've been surfing here for 40 years. I know everything. But it's so crowded now. It's completely crazy.
Yeah, it's too much, right? Well, what to do?
Oh yeah, really much.
What to do? The best surfer of all time?
I cannot say too many. I like style, so of course I like Jerry Lopez. I like style, and when you got something special, so I love Mickey Dora. I like style, so I have to love the way Skid Fry is gliding because he's a master. But I love John Florence too. I think he's incredible. So there are no best surfers. There are a lot of surfers at every time.
Exactly.
Every time.
Exactly.
Yeah. And for example, Mason O. When Mason O put an edit on the internet, I want to see it. Because Mason O is fun. He kept the fun of surfing, I think.
I agree with you, and you'll be surprised. A lot of people that I interviewed, they're saying the same. There is like no best surfer of all time. There is like a best surfer maybe of that particular time, but is not like a legend that is forever and is actually also different kind of surfing style, right?
Yeah,
from
exactly.
Greg Knoll, in Hawaii to Kelly to John Florence. It's totally different time and different surfboard and different conditions.
I am a lot into surf history. A lot. I just finished a book from the biography of Tom Blake, which is very interesting. I have reread the full encyclopedia of surfing because I read it many years ago, so I had to do it again. So there are surfers at every period, every time, the 50s, the 30s, the 40s, the 50s. There is no one best surfer, there's so many.
Yeah, I agree with you. And the last question is a little bit unusual, has nothing to do with surf, but we ask everybody. So it says, your best relationship advice.
That's hard. Let me think about it.
It gives an idea of the personality of each
other. I know. It is to smile.
I agree with you.
It starts by that. It starts by a smile. Okay. And after there are a lot of things, but it starts with a smile. And everybody can give it to everybody.
Yeah, I think so. Thanks a lot for being with us on the show, and we look forward to talk to you very soon.
Okay, my pleasure. Have a good day. See you. Bye-bye.
Ciao, thank you. Merci. Hi, it's me again. I hope you enjoyed our today's episode. If you want to know more about us, please follow www.thetempleofsurf.com and all our social media. Mahalo!